Good evening and welcome back to Timberborn, here with our Iron Teeth on hard mode in update 5, and we're still alive. Not only are we still alive, we're up to 33 beavers. I have left the game, well, I haven't left the game, I've been sat here for an hour and 45 minutes to make sure everything was working and everything was going and everything was being absolutely fine. So yeah, it's really ironic that I remember a few episodes ago I was complaining I didn't have the time to do things there, and then just work changed overnight essentially, and now I have time again, so yay. Yes, I started with 2 beavers who were getting the cassavas, which I let them do. I let them clear the entire cassavas farm, and then I put 1 beaver into the fermenter and 1 beaver into the hauler to keep the power going. And then the hauler was moving around and moving things around and doing bits and pieces in the background, getting everything going there. And the fermenter was just fermenting all the cassavas down, which was fantastic and worked very, very well. And then we sort of micromanaged, put 1 in a pump, getting the water up a little bit here. We got, well, as soon as the berries over here started running, we put the gather flag, started the gather flag, and got a pod running, and then a second pod running, and then I've eventually managed to just turn them all on. However, I might turn them off again. I want to get up to probably, I'm going to go with 50 beavers, and then I'm going to turn at least these 2 off, because I don't feel like we have stable enough food for that. I don't have the beavers to go in here. I need 16 beavers spare for this, plus the fermenters, so I don't have the beavers for that right now. So we do need more beavers. Maybe we'll leave it running and see how it goes, but food is not stable yet. Food not stable yet. What I do need to do, however, is get some water going. So I'm thinking that we put all beavers into pumps, and we pump the living daylights out of this place, try and get our tanks full, and then once the tanks are full, or a drought or a bad tide comes along, we will turn off the pumps instantly as soon as the bad tide starts, so we're not draining the river out at all. Might leave these 3 just running here. And then that way the lake can stay keeping everything moist for much longer. That'd be good. I did abandon this little line down here as well. This wasn't working. I couldn't keep it going. One wide wasn't enough. It made everything moist, but it wasn't enough to do it. So how about we just enable that many? I think I still need some beavers doing farming stuff. Well, actually, maybe we don't. Maybe we just want to, like, enable all of these. Okay. We'll turn those off. No beavers in those. Where else are beavers going? Oh, this one's still a high priority, so they're going to stay on the gatherer flag, which is fine. I kind of want that to go there. This is working very, very well. Also, it's a little odd. I feel like these berries here are producing fruit faster than these berries. They're both the same. They're both 12 days. But just my observation of watching it, I swear they're harvesting more over here than they do come over here. If that makes sense. So like berries on farmland. But it both says 12 days. So there's nothing that tells me that should be any faster. And I don't think it is. It's probably just my brain just seeing it. It's weird. But yeah. So yeah, it does feel like that is definitely running. Oh, our pumps are not high priority. At least not all our pumps are high priority. They should be. All pumps should be high priority. Okay. Okay. So, I've changed the controls. For anyone who isn't aware, who doesn't watch the other series, I changed the controls. I've removed spacebar from being the pause game, so I don't pause it. And now I just instinctively go up there and I'm pushing the pause button on the game up there when stuff is going wrong. I've had to do it a lot for this micromanagement anyway. I've had to pause the game a lot, so like I run the game at speed, and as soon as they plant like the last cassavas, I pause the game. I've changed their jobs so they don't waste a second. Don't need to necessarily worry about that so much now, but yeah. Okay, so can I unpause? Let's unpause another row of these. There you go. Right, then they don't have any beavers in because they have beavers. That means all the beavers should be now here pumping. No one should be anywhere else working, except for this one here. You should keep it because you had a beaver in you, and that's fine. I want to keep you going anyway. So So that's good. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. So I think we're good. I think we're good. I'm just going to speed up time. We're going to get another... What's going to happen next? Bad tide? Drought? Whatever? I don't know. I get like 3 days, usually at the most. We're going to get more. We're going to get 4 days. Look, it's going to call me a line out, so... Yeah. Getting the water tanks full as much as we can. And then switch it over later to, like, turn them all off as soon as the bad tide comes along. That's what we're going to have to do for a little while, because I just need to fill the tanks and then keep the lake there. So, yeah. Kind of awkward with these ones. They have to now walk all the way down here to dump stuff because we have no haulers, but that's okay. That's fine. So, thank you all very much for the comments on the last episode. Luigi mentioned about the staircase here, something that I hadn't even factored in either as well. The staircase that I had before looked ugly and was way longer from to get up. In order to get up to the heights, they would have to go way longer round than they did before. This is quicker. This is so much quicker. They just go up and round. So it's so much easier to get to the top of this one. So deliveries of water and things much faster, much easier, much quicker. Way better. Way better. In regards to mechanical pumps as well, you were saying I got myself confused by when you said about, because I don't remember saying about mechanical pumps, but you are right. When people build reservoirs, which we do need to do, usually mechanical pumps come along next, which is true, which is very true. But I don't think that far ahead. I barely think ahead anywhere. So I just kind of do. We have a plan. We have a plan of a reservoir here and blowing this out here with dynamite, which actually, think about it. I want to kind of get the food going so we can get more food here. The grain going to corn. So, but we'll do that soon. So mechanical pumps later. I haven't really even thought about them, but yeah, we should maybe do so. I don't know, but mechanical pumps will be here. Whatever happens, it'll be to do with this. So, there is a mine here. I have seen it, and it doesn't require that much to get to. It requires a double staircase, a double platform there, a staircase here, and a staircase here. And then you're there. Job done. Awesome. Kind of awkward though, because removing this scrap, I don't know how we're going to remove that scrap, because it's right next to the place, so you can't get in there. You can't walk over this to get to that scrap, so I don't know how to remove the scrap without blowing a hole there and putting in a way down, which is probably what we're going to do. Blow a hole there, or maybe there. Yeah, so we need explosives to get to that scrap there. We can get the scrap all around it. Well, can't get to that there, but we can get to the rest of it. So, yeah, if we need this, it's close by. It's easy. It'll be easy to get to. So, yeah. You also mentioned that when we went down to 2 beavers, we could have cheated slightly by using the development menu to spawn beavers in. And it could be a passing group of beavers have come and settled here, or I had the wonderful idea, if it failed, of maybe our beavers we sent off to paradise have come back from their holiday. Something like that. However, I didn't need it. I honestly thought we would do. I really thought what would happen was a kit would be born, and the 2 beavers would die, but then the kit would have had enough food and water to survive anyway. So even with one kit born, we were going to be fine. But I was kind of concerned that maybe the 2 beavers would die before that, because they had been starved for a long time, so maybe their life was shorter. But no, didn't. They were fine. Okay, so that's okay there. Did I pronounce your name badly? And I've done this many times as well. I want to say Alcasus. Alcasabanok, I don't know. I'm really sorry. I think I pronounced your name wrong 1,000 times so far, so apologies for that. But yeah, said about doing it, but don't overdo it. Just do a couple of 2 beavers and 2 kits, which makes sense. Or maybe the starting beavers, so we said. But yeah, it's we didn't need it in the end. We're okay. So yeah. Okay. So let us turn off all the pumps. They're all disabled. I'm going to leave those 3 running. They can just pump out that area there, and then when it's dried up, it can go that way fine. So yeah, we can leave that all running there. And if you might as well close the gate, it doesn't matter. Well, I'll leave it to the last moment for closing the gate, just so we get the absolute most amount of water in here. The water's pouring out here anyway, so it's not like it's adding to it, but the quicker you close the gate, the quicker the evaporation starts working. So yeah. Hatman talking about we should go trying to make this work, and you're right, we did. Yep, 2 beavers was enough. You just needed 1 kit. You were spot on. That's all you need. Well, 1 kit born and enough resources to make sure that you're doing more. Ooh, let's get that running. We've got loads of berries here to harvest, and you're good to go. You can recover. I was very concerned that we were going to get like another 30-day drought and then another 30-day bad tide and another, and just have like 3 of them in a row, which would just be like, game, game. Yeah, but that's hard mode. That's hard mode. That's how it's working. That's just how it goes. So fine, absolutely fine, not a problem. So okay, you also mentioned about water, building a reservoir. Let's peel this off. Wait for it. Oop, there you go. Back to close, sorted. Building a reservoir down here. Now, the overall plan here, the long-term plan, which is a long-term plan, very far off into the future, very, very far off into the future, is to get excavators and then seal off this from here to here. So from this top here to this top here. It needs to be 6 feet, but whatever, and have this as a giant water reservoir, and maybe blow it out so it is square, because the squarer it is, the less edge area you have, the less evaporation or moisture transfer you have, so the water stays for longer. However, you mentioned about building maybe a smaller reservoir here, like just on the end, come out here somewhere and build just a corner piece here, and do something or something just here, just to store some water here temporarily, and then have the pumps here pumping out, so we've got like a reservoir that's a certain size. I like that idea. I'm not going to do it right now because I feel like we are fairly close to explosives, which will let me change something in here. So yeah, like just take out a little bit. Maybe we could even just blow out an area in here and let it fill up, and then come back and excavators would be nicer because do that, but it's getting power over here. We need to do that with here as well. We also want to do explosives here as well because I'm holding off on this, and I know many of you don't like that I'm holding off on this, but I am. So yeah, so yeah, I like the idea. We could store more here. We could store water here. We could have pumps in there. If we built a 6x5 internal size reservoir, you could put 6 pumps on it and make it 6 deep. Then it would be able to pump for a fairly long time before it runs out, and it would be a nice constant supply of water. And then we could build another one next to it and have 12 pumps, another one next to it, and then just expand it as we go, and have like segments in here, and each one would be segmented. So you'd have a pool that is 6x5, another pool that's 6x5, another pool that's 6x5, and that would work until we can edge off the edge of this, and then we can destroy them inside and move them around and do things, and we can do stuff over there later. Yes, I think that is a good idea. Right now, I feel my plan of pumping the life out of the lake and then pausing is going to work for us, because we get in like 30-day bad tides or 30-day droughts. So we need, if we're going to have, this is more than 70 beavers. I want to kind of probably aim for like 50 beavers maybe, and I'm even kind of tempted that when we get there, to maybe even scrap the farms. And go just with mushrooms, because they're just easier to maintain. You know, they don't see. This is I've got these down to 1. The planters are down to 1 because that works. That keeps up. So we've got 5 beavers here for this, and we've got 5 beavers here for this. That's 10 beavers. This requires 16 beavers and can produce way more food. So yeah, plus the fermenters. Obviously, you've got to ferment the crevasses, which we have some in stock. So I should probably turn on the fermenter and get that going. So yeah, so I kind of feel like maybe we could go down that route. I'm also very tempted to destroy these gardens. I know we've got them here and we built them, but I could use the resources to build these ones up here instead. Kind of like that idea. But also, I kind of want to get the corn going. I feel like this is going to be good. It takes a long time to grow. It's dead now. It takes a long time to grow, granted. Corn takes 10 days to grow. Yeah, 10 days to grow to get 2. However, this can transfer 1 corn into 5 corn. So in 10 days, we're getting 20 corn rations. Every 10 days, 20 corn rations. Which, based on our numbers here, when we figure out stuff going on here, it took 20 days to get 24 fermented kohlrabi. Was it fermented? No, it took 20 days to get 4 kvassas, which becomes 10. So it's 20 days to get 10. So corn is twice as effective. Yes, it does require other machinery. I know that. It requires more. But it's twice as effective. So you need half the space to produce the same amount of food as you do for cassavas. So the more I'm looking into this, the more I'm realizing that cassavas really is not a good crop. It really isn't. If I'd have put kohlrabi both sides of this, we'd have been getting more food in. Yeah, the well-being is nice with the crust. Don't get me wrong, the well-being is nice, but it's just not a great crop. I don't know. It just doesn't seem so good. So I think getting this going well here is going to work fine. So speaking of that, let's do this. Okay, so let's. So I want to build this, but I don't have the planks for it. I want to build this, but we don't have the planks for that. Why is that not paused? What's that? I want to build these, and these are consuming all of our logs, but no planks. We don't have any planks. I'm not building any planks. So I want to build this kind of first, food factory. Maybe not. Maybe we don't have to worry so much about the food factory now. We want to get this running here as well. So let's enable this. The lumberjack is not needed down here anymore. You can go away. Corn there. There you go. Boom. Okay, and we're going to have this here. Now this is only one farm. I know this is only one farm. It's not fantastic, but it's enough. It's enough to keep stuff going for us. So, then maybe we can let's start our industrial part. Are you good? You're good for power, aren't you? Let's start all those up. All them going. We don't. Yeah, we'll start all them up. So just see what the demand is for all the stuff. So speed up time. Go. Okay. So yes, sorry, and I've distracted myself. So water. If we're going to aim for 50 beavers, let's just aim for 50 beavers to me, but we'll get a little bit more because of this here. So for our well-being is up higher than that. So let's go with 60 beavers to cover it. So we'll have 5 running, and we'll have 60 beavers. So 60 times 3 means they consume 180 water per day. Times 30, we need to store 5,400 water. We have 4,800 water, which is very close. Which is very, very close to it. I mean, it's only 600 water spare, and we're going to leave these pumping for the rest of it. So they might be able to get 600 water out of this here. Now that doesn't include what we need for this here. Doesn't include what we need for the mushrooms and the breeding pods. So we're going to have to add more to that as well, anyway. Which just means more tanks. I feel like this pumping area is enough to do it. So it just needs more tanks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here. I'm going to one, two, three platform there, and we can get rid of 3 of these and put in large tanks up here instead. We should put them down by the pumps. I know, but we don't have to because we'll have haulers which will be doing these as supply. So our haulers should take the water and put them elsewhere. So that won't be so bad. I could also change up these ones here. We could at least remove these 2 and put a single large one in down here, and it wouldn't make any problems. I don't really want to put farms up on top of here because as soon as this water drops here, we lose the farm, so it's not worth doing. So we could put another big one there. I might put a large storage over here as well. If we're going to have these pumping all the year round, I think we should probably do that as well. Maybe even in the water. Maybe we'll do this. We'll put a large one here in the water as well. Yes, we could put it on top. I know we could put it on top, but I don't want to because I'm saving that for exploding. Yeah, we'll do that, and then that can get built. And then yeah, so and then we can have more. Can they reach these? They cannot. No, apparently they can. Too far from the district. How are you reaching those? Are you going inside these to do that? Maybe. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of that one. I don't need those at the moment. That's fine. Yeah. Are you doing well for power? How are you doing? You want more power than we're actually providing, so that's okay. Metal blocks, I think, can stop now. So that'll ease the power on that. Yeah, that's fine. So you've eased the power off of that. That's fine. So we don't need metal blocks here. You've got... I don't know where our metal blocks are going. That's the thing. I think they're still building these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to destroy these here. I'm going to destroy these here. And I know, I can already hear you. What are you doing? Why? I know. But they're not running right now anyway, and... I thought 3 was enough for it, but no, we want this. So we want this tower built here instead. So let's get rid of those. And I'll leave the staircase there for the minute. The staircase doesn't hurt anything. So yeah, and then we can use the gears and the metal and stuff in there to build other things. So yeah. Okay. What's there? I kind of want... So you're going to build that one first, which is going to be cassavas, and then this one's going to be fermented cassavas. Then we can destroy these and put in more cassavas here, but now I'm kind of thinking cassavas is a bad idea because it just takes forever to grow and isn't very good. Yeah. Okay, so you planted that there. We also I really do need to get into using the irrigation barriers, just along, like, around here to try and stop this, so we've got more farmland here. I can dot them around here, maybe just inside. And underneath there, inside there, that might be a bad idea. You have to move the wooden staircase, but that's fine. Yeah, maybe we'll just dot them inside the edge there, just to stop this, so we get more land going on here. They require treated planks. We don't have treated planks yet, so we can't do that. And I'm nowhere in a position for treated planks to be done yet, so that's fine. I would like to... Okay, so right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to destroy this one temporarily. Okay, I'm going to destroy that one there. I'm going to put in a T-junction back here, and then a lower to here. I was going to transfer the power through the explosion through the explosive factory, but I couldn't because it needed to be built. So I'm thinking if I destroy it, I can use the resources to build other things. So let's do this, get this built quicker, because it needs 40 planks. Now we only have 2 planks, but there are planks on the floor here, so I think we'll be okay. We can pick up stuff and get that working, and then we'll get some corn in, and then we'll get some corn rations in, which will help. Corn rations will help a lot. Will help a lot. Yes. Okay. Food is doing okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I think this is good. I'm going to leave this running. I'm going to leave it doing its thing. This needs to be built down here, but it's not going to be built anytime soon because it's taking ages. This wants to be built, which will be done soon-ish. Then we can remove these 2. And then our cassavas can go on there. We're just not making enough cassavas to... So yes, sorry about that. The cassavas is just slow. Slow, I feel. So yeah, but it may be that this obviously isn't working up here because it dries out. So yeah, we get a bit more land down there. We put more cassavas in. That'll be fine. That won't be a problem. Everything will be awesome. I could even plant some down here as well because this is dry for ages. It takes 5 days to grow. We could get 3 crops out of the stuff down here if I put a staircase in down to this. And then just when the water comes along, it dies. So yeah, that's an option. That's an option. We have options. Okay, put on. There we go. We have the corn rations. They're running. They have nowhere to store them. Kind of tempted to actually change one of these to be corn rations and just leave like this little one here as cassavas. Let's change this to corn rations. But they've got somewhere to dump them, and we'll leave that little one there, and then we'll just remove this one and put the fermented cassavas up there. So empty. Come and take this and put it in there. Yeah, I think we'll do that. We'll put the empty cassavas up there. We'll remove this bit here. We'll gain 9 tiles of land we can put cassivas in. We'll lose the little one for cassiva storage. Not that it matters, because they seem to be just taking them straight out of the farms and putting them straight in the fermenters. So, but having a little buffer's not necessarily a bad thing. So, yeah. Okay. Okay. I think this is good. This is lasting a little bit longer here as well. It doesn't last very long, but it does give us like an extra crop or two, which is fantastic. We've got 4 beavers doing nothing right now, which is very interesting. Very interesting. Why do we have 4 beavers doing nothing? My God. My God. I'm utterly impressed. How about, then, in that case, we get those 4 beavers, maybe wood. Maybe wood. Maybe we'll get the wood going again. So let's start... 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, which is not 4 beavers, but that's okay. But we will probably have to start this one as well to fill this in to keep our berries going. Yeah. What do you want? You want to be a normal priority. Not fussed about this up here at the moment. We don't need one up here at the moment. That can be grabbed later. So. Okay. Okay. I'm happy. I'm happy. We are recovering. Everything is good. Everything is wonderful. We are at 54 beavers. I'm going to wait for these 2 to be almost done and then pause them. So they're ready to pop out kits should something go terribly wrong. And then we'll go down to 5 of them, and that should give us about 60 beavers, because you support 10 normally, but when the well-being is higher, obviously they live 20% longer, so they go 12 days instead, so they support 12 each. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 makes 60. That should be 60 beavers there. So okay, so we'll leave this one here. We will come next time and we will progress, because we've now recovered. Yeah. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this one, and I hope to see you again in the next one. And until then, as always, have fun.